Hello, we are going to read this Wednesday lesson. Go for a ride. We will going to read along with you. Chapter 8. Chapter 8. Back on Decoru Drive, Eugenia Lincoln was looking for Baby. She looked in Baby bed. Baby was not there. She looked on the back steps. Baby was not there either. Baby, shouted Eugenia. Revolt yourself at once. But Baby does not reveal herself. Where could she be? Said Eugenia. And why do I think this has something to do with that pig? Eugenia marched next door. She rang the Watson bell. Mr. Watson, said Eugenia, Baby is missing. Goodness, said Mrs. Watson. And I believe that your pig is responsible, said Eugenia. Mercy, said Mrs. Watson. Yes, said Eugenia. Actually, but Mercy is not here, said Mrs. Watson. What? She is on her Saturday ride with Mr. Watson. Eugenia turned and looked down the road. Folly, she said. Heavens, says Mrs. Watson. You don't think, I don't think, said Eugenia. Oh, that is my poet exactly. I do think. And apparently I am the only one around here who does. Chapter 9. Officer Tomalolo had to go very fast to catch up with the carnival. And the officer had a speed. Is that register was serving officer Tomalolo asked himself. It is, he answered himself. It is most definitely serving. It was driver of that vessel breaking the law, officer Tomalolo asked. Why, without a doubt, he answered. The law is being broken. It is time to take action. Officer Tomalolo pulled up against the car. He shouted into his bullhorn, Pull over! The driver turned. The driver looked at him. The driver oinked. Is that pig behind the wheel? Officer Tomalolo asked himself. Yes, he answered himself. Yes, the pig is most definitely behind the wheel. Again, the officer Tomalolo shot into his bullhorn. Pull over! Pigs cannot drive cars. Pull over immediately. He is obviously correct, said Mr. Watson. Pig cannot drive cars, and I would like to pull before, but I cannot long fully my leg, feel my leg. Therefore, I cannot step on the brake pedal. Therefore, I cannot stop this car. Oh dear, said Baby, I think we are in trouble. Chapter 10. Back on Devil Drive, Mrs. Watson invited Eugenia inside. There's no point in worrying alone, Mrs. Watson said. Come in and help me fix Nakura. My darling, Mrs. Watson brought Eugenia into the kitchen. Will you help me butter some toast? As Mrs. Watson. Toast, grumbled Eugenia. Who cares about toast? Don't worry, said Mrs. Watson. She pat Eugenia on the back. If baby is with Mr. Watson, then she is just fine. Mr. Watson is excellent driving. He is a man, said Eugenia. Pardon, said Mrs. Watson. Nothing, said Eugenia. She picked up a piece of toast. She applied the teensy amount of butter. Oh heavens, said Mrs. Watson. You have to put on more than that. Mercy liked a great deal of butter on her toast. Who cares how pigs like their toast? Eugenia said. There, said Mrs. Watson. I know that you are worried, but everything will work out. Baby will come home in the meantime. Why don't we just concentrate on our buttering? Toast is not the answer, grumbled Eugenia, but she buttered it on another piece anyway. Chapter 11. You must stop the car, shouted Officer Samuello. But I can't stop the car, said Mr. Watson. Oink, oink, said Mercy. She was having an excellent time. I have an idea, Mr. Watson, said Baby Lincoln. If you tell me where the brake pedal is, I will apply it on the brake pedal, said Mr. Watson. The brake pedal, said Mr. Watson. For underneath Mercy is the pedal in the left gas pedal. The brake pedal is the pedal that I do not have my foot on. Baby unbuckled her seat belt. She climbed into the front seat. She put her seat belt on. She slid as to Mr. Watson as she could. She looked down. She saw Mr. Watson, but she saw a pedal next to it. I have located the brake pedal, Mr. Watson, baby, and John and John. Excellent, said Mr. Watson. Now apply it, baby. Screeched. Oh God, Mr. Watson, I'm applying on the brake pedal. Mr. Watson, baby shouted. Hold on, everyone. Chapter 12. The car screeched. The car scolded. The car curded. The car crawled. And finally, the car stopped. Marty was very surprised. Suddenly, she was not driving the car. Suddenly, she was not even in the car. Suddenly, Marty was airborne. Mr. Watson wearing his seatbelt. He didn't fly out of the car. Baby Lincoln was wearing her seatbelt. She didn't fly out of the car. Officer Samalala was safe with police clothes. He did not fly out of his car. Only Mercy flew. Oh dear, said Baby. It's an emergency, shouted Mr. Watson. In the fire department. Was that pig wearing a seatbelt? Officer Samuel asked. No, he answered himself. That pig most carefully was not. Have laws been broke here? As Mr. Officer Samuel most certainly, most definitely, laws have been broken here. Mr. Watson and Baby Lincoln and Officer Tomalolo watched Mercy fly. They watched her land. Oof! Mr. Watson got out of the car. He ran to Mercy. He wrapped his arm around her and held her tight. Oh my dear, oh my darling, my dear, he says. Oink, said Mercy. She sniffed at Mr. Watson's neck. Hooray, said Mr. Baby. She is fine. Oh, thank you, said Mr. Watson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. He bet he had and covered the tips of Mercy's ears. With kisses. Mr. Watson said. You are a porcine wonder, but even a porcine wonder cannot drive. In fact, porcine wonders should never be allowed to drive or Mercy sighed that she was glad to ride was over. She felt a teeny bit dizzy and a little bit deadly. She wanted very much to go home. Chapter 13. Eugenia Lincoln and Mrs. Watson stood together in Watson's front porch. There was a police car pulled into the driveway. Mr. Watson and Mercy, baby Lincoln were all in back seat. As a surprise, and Eugenia threw rubber Folly, and the pig is right in the middle of it. Oh, said Mrs. Watson, my darling, my dear. She ran out to the police car. I am so glad that you're home. The toad was starting to get cold. Mr. Watson and baby Lincoln got out of the car. We have had something of an adventure, Mrs. Watson. Mr. Watson said. Mr. Watson said. Yes, said baby, we have an adventure, Sister Folly, responded Eugenia Lincoln. Yes, agreed baby Lincoln. Happily, Folly. Lord, I've been broken, said Whistle Tomalolo. Pig, shouted Eugenia. Excuse me, said Officer Tomalolo. That pig is fuckling, said Eugenia. She pointed at Mercy. Mercy climbed out of the car. She put her nose up in the air. She sniffed. Could it be? Yes, it was. Toast with a great deal of vomit on it. What could be better? Chapter 14. Lord, I've been broken, said Officer Tomalolo. Chicken would be right then. Officer, do you love toast? Mrs. Watson asked. Toast, said Officer Tomalolo. Do I like toast? Why, yes, I do. I do like toast. Why don't you come inside and have some? Asked Mrs. Watson. Why don't I come inside and have some toast? Asked Officer Tomalolo. Said Officer Tomalolo. I can't think of it not too lovely, said Mrs. Watson. She clapped her hands together. Right this way. What no nonsense, grumbled Eugenia Lincoln. Toast is not an answer. No, sister, said baby Lincoln, but it does smell heavenly. She took hold of Eugenia's hand. Well, said Eugenia, it had been expertly buttered. Tom Malala, and Eugenia Lincoln, and Baby Lincoln, and Mr. Watson, and Mrs. Watson, and Mercy Watson all sat around the table together and ate hot butter toast. Did Mercy Watson have extra helping? She did, and Officer Tom Malala did too. Bye bye. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe, please.